So Dan, what was that you was just saying about that that time?
About that group? No. We cannot talk about that group of people. I'm not trying to get banned. I saw what happened to Kyrie Irving. I think what's happened to Kanye and others.
You see what's happened to Pop?
Fam, it happens to everyone. Welcome back to the Armchair Gaffers show.
We back, baby.
We back.
We're on time for once. We have 3 members of the group. SB has probably not set his alarm like Marcus Rashford, but
I think he's reeling with laughter somewhere.
He's folded over, laughing at Chelsea's woes. But yeah, welcome back to the Armchair Gaffers show. If you're new here, please make sure you're subscribed for our somewhat daily, somewhat weekly. You just don't know when you're going to get content. But please make sure you're subscribed, like, share, and most importantly, make sure you comment because that's our currency. For old gaffers, welcome back. There's a lot to discuss. A lot has happened since we were last recording. Arsenal progressed.
Oh, whoa.
What's wrong?
Let's start with what's just happened now, Dan. Let's get straight to it.
Oh, you want to skip the hors d'oeuvres, yeah? Chelsea lost again, man.
There's something I wanna put.
Chelsea lost again. There was an amazing debut today. There's just too much to talk about, man. Where do you want to start?
This is how I was watching the game today.
This is how we do
it. Yes. There was popcorn. Montel Jordan playing. Chelsea's funeral is what someone was saying. Potter is aging like red top milk. It's not Joao Felix, it's Joao Felix. Injury list is crazy. New signing red and out for 3 games. Scorch, did you tune in to Chelsea's funeral? What were your takes, man?
I've been saying this, man, because I look at that Chelsea team and I see a team and I see something that I recognize. Like, I remember when Tottenham had to make the decision to just go with the kids, and I think even if it's just for like right now, like he needs to go with the kids. Like, the energy is
all-time low.
It feels like got to give at the minute, kind of thing, which is not what you want. So I would say if I'm him and Bowley already came out and said that he wants to back Potter, bro, just clean house, bro. Like, we've already spent the money's dead. Just go with the kids.
Stick with it. Fair. Jess, I know you're no Chelsea fan. Are you enjoying this, or is there a part of you in that cold heart of yours, that stone heart? Do you feel sorry for Potter at all? Has he bitten off more than he can chew?
Before I answer that question, Dan, what kind of answer would you like? Would you like the PC, politically correct answer, or do you tell me what you want to hear and I'll deliver? Because I
the one that gets us demonetized.
No, because last time we spoke about Chelsea, in all seriousness, I said that you have to trust the process. Okay. Last time we spoke, which was long ago, we said that there were no signings in this Chelsea team that are Graham Potter signings. Okay. Today we had one.
Yes. How did that go?
And okay, before we get into how it ended, it looked good.
Very good is what I'd say.
Very good.
Like, spectacular. He was unlucky to not score.
Yeah. So let's just look at it impartially and just say, like, we've seen what he's done in the past, Graham Potter. Let's extrapolate. Yeah. Add some money, add some Todd Bowley American influence, and think where we could be, okay? But in Jamaica, where I'm from, where I was born, we've got a saying, and the saying, OSB, the saying is, smooth seas never make a skilled sailor. So we have to give the boy time. Give the man time. Yeah? SB, please, fix up. You're embarrassing us. Give the man time, and I think he can come good. He said recently, Mr. Potter, that he has the hardest job in the world. Is that what he said in football?
Or words to that effect, yeah.
So I'm saying still, I'm not changing my stance. I'm not going for clickbait. Just trust them. Today was a freak show. Like, come on, man. It's a freak show. If any other team had the injuries that Chelsea had, they will be where Chelsea are. Okay? So just bear with GP. Give him time. Yeah.
Do you know what
Time, slow wine.
do you know what I thought was just mad unlucky as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, ended up getting a red card. Zakaria was injured, so they've ended up with Jorginho playing. But Zakaria's playing for whatever particular reasons. They're not playing Jorginho, and then they end up with a man less playing Jorginho. It's
Yeah.
like what's he
It's not
supposed
what
to do?
this isn't what he wanted. Yeah.
Like the
Are
odds are
Chelsea
stacked
paying?
against him.
Are Chelsea paying for their sins?
Yes.
Yeah,
Giving very much that.
It's tough, man. It's cyclical, man, and I think this is, as I've said a few times, I think this is their time to take the back seat. Maybe do without silverware for 2 seasons, because that's not really a thing they've been used to over the last 20 years. But it's going to take some getting used to, I think, for Chelsea fans and for other fans. Watching it today, I was like, this is crazy. Like, and hopefully, as a Man United fan, it continues. But if you're a Chelsea fan, you'd probably be very, very worried. But I think, the Joao Felix debut, very good, bar a red card. Just that Atleti DNA is what I'm calling it.
How many matches does he miss for that?
They're saying 3. They're saying 3.
Three. It's free, isn't it? Because it's violent conduct, isn't it?
And what is it? He's like, what was it? 1.2 million or something? Like, he's worth a lot per game. Like, it's mad. So they've paid for that
They
loan.
paid 11 M's for the loan.
Mm-hmm.
3 games.
So,
though.
It's,
You know,
That's what quarter his loan.
Mhm.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's like, remember they're out of all like FA Cups.
They're still in
League
Champions League.
Cups. Champions League don't count though, innit? It's domestic.
Wait, can he play Champions League? Is he cup tied?
I don't even know. Oh yeah, Sugar. Can you even
Oh, what
play?
about?
No, I swear they changed it after Coutinho.
Shout.
Yeah.
Shout.
They changed something. Guys, listen, Chelsea are on the mire, okay, but things always get a lot worse before they get better. Now, I don't care for Chelsea at all, I don't care for them, but we know that Graham Potter can do something. The issue I've got at Chelsea, there's too much dead wood. Aside from Joao Felix, currently Mason Mount has been very underwhelming. Okay, if we're going to talk serious football, he's been underwhelming. I love black people. I say this every week, but what the hell is Ruben Loftus-Cheek doing? He's in Chelsea. He's not doing much, Conor Gallagher, he's let me down because he's went to Crystal Palace. He played good until October last season and somehow got player of the season. He's a fraud.
Bro, he's a road runner.
He's a road runner, Duracell battery.
He would be good at like the triathlon. Sorry, Jess.
No, triathlon.
Like,
I think I can see him on the bike, especially in the triathlon.
No, you might not all wrong, man. You know where man can't see Conor Gallagher?
Where?
Ninja Warrior USA. Why the US version? What? Why? Koulibaly, for me today, he scored, but away from that, very, very shaky. Trevor Chalobah was going through it. Vinicius seemed to be targeting him, pinning him. Willian showing, I guess, signs that he's not quite done. Andreas Pereira having a season of his life. I never thought I'd see him playing so well.
Never.
Can we talk about somebody that's landing, please, bro?
Who scored?
CV.
Bobby Reed is doing
Bobby Reed.
Bobby Reed. Bro, he's you see Bobby Reed? I've been preying him from Bristol. He's showing me like new ability I didn't know he had. Like
it's been a long road.
He's striking the ball differently to how he used to hit it before.
Yeah, hit the crossbar today. And there was a little challenge with Zakaria in the second half. I think big duel, shoulder to shoulder, because he made mincemeat of Pereira. I think earlier in the game, Bobby Reed's just barging him up. But I'm just thinking confidence, and when things are going well, things start falling in your favor. And he's kind of looking like a very important part of a Fulham team who's now only 2 points off of Spurs.
Do you know what's crazy as well? I think where man know Bobby Reed to be a striker, when you see him not playing like through the middle, like your natural assumption is he's not doing his thing.
Yeah.
but maybe he was like in the wrong place.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's good
I don't
coaching,
know.
man. Good coaching. A lot of people, I've seen this before. Yeah, you go to a new club or you go to a trial and you say, "Oh, I'm a forward." A good coach will tell you what you actually are.
Guys, please let's stop. Yeah, if we're talking about things we've seen before, we've all seen players go through purple patches. Okay, it happens sometimes. You have a period, whether it's 10 games or a season. Yeah, it's a purple patch. He's not good. Please, he may be the best Jamaican in the league, but that's where it starts and ends.
No, man, I'm gonna humbly disagree, man. I think he's
alright.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
he's
no
playing
problem.
well. Like, I think he's kind of playing kind of cold. I can't lie.
Yes, you can't ask the litmus test. Would you let him play for Spurs? That is
No, if I'm asking if he will play at Spurs, yeah, I'm asking all of us, yeah. We have 2 United fans, an Arsenal fan and a Tottenham fan. Would he start for either of your clubs? It's the Champions League final, yeah.
No, but what is that? I don't know what that proves, though.
He's not good.
I don't know. It proves. We had Dan James at Man United.
He shouldn't have
We're not
been
really
there.
we're not really in a position to turn.
You had
turn down.
Havertz play in the Champions League final, bro.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
His branding got him there. His PR team got him there because it wasn't his talent.
I'm not sure.
He scored 9 coronavirus penalties, yeah, and that got him the
Barometer.
move to Chelsea. I was there. I remember it.
There we go. Koulibaly's top 5 worst.
Sorry, Dan.
in the
Sorry.
league.
Sorry, I pressed something. I know as you were. I tapped something as you was doing that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
let's get through these comments, man. Koulibaly's top 5 worst CVs in the league. Top 5 is you've gone in. But I want to say he hasn't impressed me, man.
I'm gonna be real.
I was impressed in one game towards the start of the season. I was like, yeah, man, he's taking this Prem thing for a joke. Ever since then, it's been shaky, man. This isn't the Koulibaly of old, and maybe it's the new environment.
Yo, shout out Sasuga's Resolve. I'm going to agree with you in that comment there, because when you're at teams like Tottenham, Spurs, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, United, you get judged differently. Okay, because the fact is there are worse centre backs in the Premier League than Kalidou Koulibaly. Yeah. However, at Chelsea, you're under the spotlight. Yeah. Everything gets amplified, good and bad. Because if he was just like average, yeah, we'll be saying he's one of the best. So when he's not playing good, he's one of the worst. So I'm with you in that one. One of the top 5 worst in the Premier League.
I think how you got to look at it as well is like, are you doing your job for your club?
You're doing your job,
and you're doing something else.
Yeah, it's relative, I think. And yeah, he's not, man. He's not doing it. Get through the comments. Lewis Hall, future player, very good player. I like what I've seen. If he's part of the Chelsea revolution, they're in good hands. But yeah, right now, as it stands, you're not going to need a Lewis Hall to get them out of this.
No,
you know what? No,
no.
Man say that, but they got Lewis. They're asking Lewis Hall to do mad stuff, like play left wing back. He's good. He's clearly good. Like they need to they're like giving Jorginho minutes, yeah. Which I get it, he's but he doesn't. Like I would quicker give Lewis Hall Gallagher's minutes.
What, play him in the middle?
Yeah, fuck it. Like take it in. Gallagher's doing anything anyway.
Gallagher's minutes have decreased recently, man. They've been more like off the bench.
You see where he's letting Gallagher play, yeah? Where Gallagher's getting a chance to influence the game, yeah? You can't tell me that you don't think Lewis Hall might not make better decisions there.
Yeah, but that's just it's a low base. Will he make better decisions than Conor Gallagher? Yeah.
But that's what I'm. No, but that's what I'm saying. No,
he's getting more minutes.
Problems that are happening. Like you got Lewis Hall doing something out there. Like what's he supposed to do at left wing back?
In this current leading squad,
right?
I'm just saying it based on experience. He's not gonna get Chelsea out of this by himself. He's gonna talk about youth cups. Like it's too much responsibility.
I'm not. Yes. No, sorry, my bad. I'm not trying to say like he's the answer. I'm just saying like raw. Like man need to give. Like they're not giving somebody like Lewis Hall even a chance because they're trusting in whoever they're trusting in. Like I think play Lewis Hall in his best position because no one's doing their thing, but he looks good.
It's risky business, man.
Gallagher to be good.
I feel like Europe is looking like a pipe dream, or it depends which part of Europe they want to venture to. but it's looking Conference League-ish at the minute, which might not be bad. Willian didn't celebrate after his goal. What do you think? Happy
Good
cool with that?
lads.
Good. Cool.
Yeah.
He loves West London. I know he's got a restaurant there with David Luiz, so he probably is
Safe
looking
to be
after
there.
his interests. Yeah.
I rated the way the players around him like said, "Nah, we're gonna make this mug."
Well, yeah.
Like, oh, you don't think you escaped?
Mm,
No. We're gonna make.
How
You know what I was
sweet.
thinking?
yeah, good.
Today was like the first time that the West London derby actually felt like a derby.
Yeah, do you know what's so
good.
mad?
So
I
good.
remember when, like, back in the day, Fulham when they in the Premier League properly, there was always that derby, and I'm like, why are you guys hyping this up? It's like the old Manchester derby, like before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this is another one. It's like why, like Fulham are
It's not
going
a
to
derby.
win this. It's not a derby.
Yeah.
like the Fulham fans are just Chelsea fans that just felt sorry for Fulham and thought let's put on a white top there instead of a
It's a local game.
Jordan McMenemy
Yeah.
said he had it here. Fulham's first
Yeah.
win against Chelsea since
Guys,
2005.
quick thing,
Oi!
quickly as well, guys. Nathan said what Carlos Vinicius did today on Chalobah was dirty. Man looked at him and said, "I'm having fun today." Aside from that, with regards to Trevor Chalobah, I was concerned when I think he started coming through in the first team like last season. At the start of it, he was really getting his minutes. Was it 2 years ago?
Is that when he
Tuchel.
scored his goal?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I liked what I saw from Trevor Chalobah, and then what I saw was him doing like fashionista on Instagram, and I said,
Don't be Graham Souness.
okay.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I'm rocking the 80s moustache because I'm channeling Graham Souness all the way. I saw him doing like fashionista, and I said, this is cool because I'm all for black people doing things, yeah. And I'm just for black people doing things, whatever. But I said, listen, you better make sure you keep doing the stuff over there where it counts. And it hasn't. It hasn't. These are just the facts, people. I'm only commentating on the facts.
The timing is somewhat unfortunate. It's when he's kicking into full IG fashionista. The Chelsea full.
When the locks went blonde, I said, "Oh Lord, this is looking real. African countries at the World Cup get kind of far. You get signed from Senegal, wherever, come to Premier League, dye your hair blonde, and then flop. I'm sorry, I was getting those vibes. I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna
I think it's bigger than him. It's bigger than him.
I think when you look at Trev, like he's next to a man that's 38. He's doing his running. Cheers.
Then there's someone to the right of him.
Yeah, who's just
That's
bleeding.
Pelaquella. Yeah.
He's meant to be a leader as well. To the left of him.
Like, I think they're better off building right. It's so funny because when you've got Rudiger there and Thiago Silva, suddenly Trevor Chalobah looks mental.
Yeah, and
Why
I
does
don't
all
know
that?
if you lot saw the stat. I think when he started for Chelsea in the league, I think it was about 20 or so games unbeaten. Like he'd never lost for Chelsea. That has changed recently. But I'd say that there's probably some correlation. He's a good player. Tonight was just tough, and you're going to get those nights, I think, as a young centre back away in a derby against somewhat of a unit in Vinicius. But yeah, I think Trevor will be all right.
Guys, I think for the remainder of the season, I'm suggesting it to you subscribers in the comments as well. I think we should do like a weekly stream just on Chelsea because they're the gift that keep on giving this year. Literally, we just have a stream and just title it Chelsea, and we just go live once a week because there'll definitely be something to talk about. With Todd Bowley in charge, think about it, yeah? This man is pure Hollywood. He's seen Ted Lasso and he thought, I can do one better. Yeah, so I say we do a weekly stream. Guys, what do you think? Let us know in the comments if we should just do a weekly Chelsea stream. Call it the weekly Chelsea.
How much time do you have in a week, Jess? Just adding another stream to your calendar, but fair play. Meslier to Spurs separately. Is it me who just thinks that makes sense from Mr. Cam Kicks? I think it's a good sign-in. I think, it's time to look for replacements for Lloris. Well overdue. Meslier is very good for his age, but with that, there's going to be a few ricks. It's Champions League. Spurs, Europe, is that too much of a step for Meslier? I'm a bit worried.
Yes.
Now's not the time.
It's not
Now's
the
not
time for
Meslier.
that.
Yeah, it's not the time.
Lloris 2.0 right now. No, it's not the time.
No, you know what it is. You go get like you come back 18 months, like whatever. Just not now. You need to
He'll
either
be there.
get somebody like Oblak to stay and spend the P, or you say, "Yo, I know I do like we do like you, Messi, but we're gonna get Raya today." Or even if you say, "Fuck it, we're gonna like get Martin," like you just need some kind of character that's a big man that's not
A
really
stopgap
taking no
in
shit.
between them. Yeah.
Yeah. I just need that.
Willian's interview was kind of snidey still, had a lot of undertone. David Ade, please elaborate on that. I saw parts of it and I thought he was being quite respectful and showing love to Chelsea, as you do. Mickey Mount is James Milner if you took away any ability to play football. Yikes. Chelsea remind me of the Don who comes to the Raven Gucci head to toe and still has no swag. Ouch.
That's actually facts.
Hey, who said that? Who said that? I wonder Chris won.
They get no things or nothing. They're just standing up there. Yeah, that's the one. That's what Chelsea
It's
are
tough.
right now.
It's tough. We've seen it. Marco Silva's Fulham. Before we move on, what do we think of them? What is their ceiling? Who's impressed you?
It's just a good moment. This is just a good moment.
Good moment.
It's a good moment, guys. Let's not get carried away. We've seen this. We're all old enough and ugly enough to see this a million times before.
Who would you compare them to, Jess?
Hull. Jimmy Bullard's Hull.
He managed Hull.
Yeah. Marco Silva. Yeah. Maybe
but
that's
that team.
That's probably why it reminds me. Yeah.
Phil Brown.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know who could do with a bit of Marco Silva?
Chelsea.
Everton.
Oh.
Everton. Yep.
Any of the boys in blue. Any of them.
This was Fulham tonight. This was Fulham without Mitroglou. And Carlos Vinicius. I know, Scorch, you would have seen him traipse around White Hart Lane.
I seen him live in the flesh.
Yeah, he impressed me tonight, man. I don't know if he was just up for it. He took his chance. Maybe he's actually improved because, a lot of the time we see players, we say they're not up to it and just keep that label on them. He might have improved over the last 2 years.
It's a good moment, guys. It's a good moment.
You know what it is? When we got him, he just the season before made the change from centre back to centre forward. So
what?
There's going to be teething problems.
What?
Yeah, shout out to
as a professional
and Hitchin at the time. Big them up.
Wait, what?
Mourinho was working with. Yeah. He changed. Who was Carlos Vinicius? Who was that before?
He's at Benfica, isn't it?
This is what I just said. It's about good coaches noticing traits within you. He's probably gone there and said, "Yeah, I'm a centre back." They said, "No, you're actually a centre forward. If you do this, and this." And tonight he looked like somewhat of a centre forward.
What?
He's alright.
Wow, guys, we can go on about Chelsea all day long.
But we don't want to do that.
I do.
Carabao Cup. There was some Carabao Cup action this week. We now have the semi-finals decided. It's going to be Nottingham Forest versus Manchester United, Southampton versus Newcastle United. How it all played out is on the ticker. Man United Charlton, SB. What do you think of that? I thought we made somewhat hard work of it, but then quality shone in the end.
We got the job done. That was the main thing. And what was good as well is that we rested quite a few man. Well, I thought he was going to rest a lot of man, but he rested.
Had to draw for 60. Casemiro and Ericsson, which is probably
people say we had to draw for them, but he did say after that it was a part of the plan anyway. He said he was going to put them on the 60.
Eric's got everything covered. He's got a plan for everything.
He's got a plan for everything right now.
I'm not too sure if I believe him on that. But
can't complain. But it was good though. A few players got a little rest, and we got the
Rash Attack scored again.
Mr. M.
I love that. He's got his mind focused.
I'm not sure what it is, but I need to.
Whatever it is, man.
It's focused now.
You know what? I can't do strong mind, but I can do focus mind.
Yeah,
I'm with it, man. I'm with it.
I'm with it. Big test to come anyway.
The other result was Newcastle.
Well, hold on.
Leicester.
Hold on.
Go on.
Guys, Rashford ain't
Wait
going
a
to fool
minute.
me.
Say that again.
Rashford is not going to fool me.
It's probably time you rein it back because you can't. I don't know if you can still stand so staunchly in the data and the football you're seeing, the finishing you're seeing. What do you mean he can't fool you? What does this mean?
Not going to fool
Jess,
me.
you not been checking the analytics?
I'm looking at who he's
Elaborate.
playing against. I saw the goal against Charlton, guys. Please, man.
There were two goals.
Two
I
against
saw
Arsenal as well.
the good one. Ball over the top through the middle. Yeah, guys, Rashford isn't going to fool me. I've got him under the microscope and the periscope and the stethoscope. All the scopes.
Silence.
Again, good moment. They're saying now Rashford is levels with Mbappe right now on form. Guys, please calm down.
Who's saying this?
I saw it on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter. I'll find the tweet right now.
There's a lot on Twitter. Tommy Robinson's back on there as well. So
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
There's a lot on Twitter, man. And yeah,
Wait, I've got a hot take.
Siphon through it. Not related to Tommy Robinson.
No.
Oh.
So like I've heard there people saying Haaland's the signing of the season, and I don't think he is.
Ooh. The floor is yours. You're gonna need to throw some meat on those bones.
If not he, then who?
Bro, Casemiro's like the signing of the season. Like in my opinion, yeah, he's the best in the world in his position, yeah. So that makes him a world-class player anyway, standard, yeah. So just boom, and then on top of that, you got all of whatever he's won. So you got like he like got the does he look good on a little highlights package on paper? Yeah, yes. Has he been doing it recently? Yeah, we just saw him play sick last season for Real Madrid on the cool, all of that. Yeah, he's come here and just landed instantly. But not only has he landed instantly, he's doing a bit more because man, you need a bit more. Haaland scoring when he should in a team that creates bare chances, or at least should do, with how much they have the ball. But playing worse. You can't tell me that Man City played better football today than they was last season, because they're not.
No, I wouldn't say that.
And the different teams at the top of the league needing what's happening, not Man City. So I can't see why Haaland's I can see why Haaland's a sixth signing. But how can he be the best signing if he's made this team worse on a Todd Bowley thing?
It's a quandary. It's maths. Like there's loads of ways to cut it. I don't think anyone has scored at this rate in recent memory, which is probably, and it's the hardest job in the game, I think. Which is probably why some people say he's the best signing. Has he fallen off a bit? Or City playing worse? I would probably counter it with our City 100% playing worse due to him. If it is the case, then yeah, he can't be. But I think there's a lot of things going wrong with City at the minute. And I think
we can't be selective because we can't be selective though. We like to point fingers. Like when Lukaku goes for 100 M's and Chelsea, the real problem is they need a goal scorer. Like, whatever the problems are, like they can't keep a clean sheet. We will point at who's come through the door for the most P and say, "Rah, you bought him and got worse. You bought Harry Maguire and got worse. You get me? Let's not be selective. I know he's been sick, so I'm saying Haaland is a sick signing, but it's important. How can you be the best if you made your team like? How can you be the best if since you got here, he's got worse?
You're doing correlation and causation. Like he's come, they're worse. I think Cancelo's worse.
I'm being
Foden's worse.
Yeah,
no, but it raises a good point. SB,
I'm
just please step in.
consistent,
I'm
I'm thinking about it. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one because you scored that and at a mass murdering rate of goals, but Man City aren't playing good.
I
don't
would
know if
say,
it's the
yeah,
go on, Jess.
it's very dangerous to win when you're playing badly. Our point is to Scorcher quite frequently when and to United a few times when you're playing badly, but you get a win, it papers over the cracks. And
By
I
the
feel
way,
like
when Jess rings you to tell you that it kind of it hurts a little bit
yeah.
because you're trying to look through the thing, yeah, and see the positives, and you're just you on your ones, and then you see that voice of reason just rings you. And then there is. Sorry, go on, Jess.
When I call you on a serious note, you know it's serious. But Haaland, he has goals, yeah. Someone said to me the other day, he's a terrible football player. If we're talking about the sport of football, and if you compare like the most elegant, let's say Andreas Iniesta or Zinedine Zidane, okay, Haaland couldn't be further from that level of elegance.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
But what gets him by is the pure, the raw power and pace, the P&P, and the S&S, size and strength, and the goals. But aside from that,
Yeah, he was awful against Chelsea in the first game they played.
he's
Not
been
4-0.
awful in many a game. He's been
Wait,
awful in many a game.
Like,
can I stun you? Can I stun you guys? Yeah.
Stone Cold
Like-
Sanas?
No, just normal one. Just a normal one.
God.
You see, in my opinion, yeah. You see, if you take the goals away, this is a ridiculous thing. By the way, 90s baby. In my opinion, no. Man City are playing good football. It's just not the best football in the world, or it's not as good as it was before. It's just different levels of good in it. Safe. You see, if you compare them, yeah, if you took away the goals, yeah, Haaland does the same stuff, yeah, minus the drags, yeah, because they're horrible, yeah. Minus the shooting, Haaland does the same stuff that man called Nunes shit for.
Yeah, with sometimes with even less. Yeah, less involvement in the game, less running, stretching the defense.
I heard they were saying the other day, yeah, like after like 20 minutes, they were like, "Oh, Haaland hasn't touched the ball, but he's so dangerous. He's just gonna touch the ball and
making
score."
excuses,
Or,
man.
why don't you just say the same thing? Like, Kane hasn't touched the ball in the box.
Yeah.
This guy's not touching the ball.
Full stop. I remember when Lukaku had 5 touches against Crystal Palace. They made a video.
I think it was 7.
I'll never forget that. They made the video, and I was thinking, Sky Sports, this is what you lot have come to. You're doing this, so I hear you, Coach. We need consistency. I just don't think all of the cases are exactly the same. And yeah, as someone else alluded to, Cancelo's thinking the gaff up.
He's bleeding.
Foden signed his new deal. Haven't seen much from him. It's not all rosy. Carl Walker played centre back the other night.
You know what I was thinking? Yeah, I was thinking. See Cancelo, what like he's looking different. Yeah, and I was thinking, what does he do? What does he do that's sick? Yeah, and then I was thinking, what do I like about him? He roams around, doesn't it? Like he goes there, he goes there, and I'm like, you can't really. How can you tactically plan unless you're gonna man for man? How can you tactically plan around somebody going somewhere that doesn't make sense and doing something sick? Yeah, wicked. So he's just going places and doing mad stuff. But then, if it's the other way, yeah, going places that don't make sense, yeah, doing stuff that ain't cold. Is he just making mad problems for your team?
I feel like when I watch City, I feel like I'm seeing Bernardo Silva trying to do more. He's trying to force it a lot more. See, when they're playing ball, City used to do that thing where they're playing the final third for like an hour, yeah. And right now, it's not looking good. I see Bernardo Silva literally trying to.
He's bleeding at the moment as well.
I think out of all of them, he's probably the one that can hold his head up.
Yeah,
Rodri possibly as well.
But honestly, was doing all right, but he's trying
Gundo,
so hard.
Gundo hasn't been at it. But
Gundo's
yeah,
doing a lot of nothing, isn't it?
Yeah. And he even said it after the game. He said, "This isn't us. Like we've lost a lot, lost dynamism. We're not cutthroat."
Do you know what I saw today?
He's saying real thing, determination, like basics, and I guess that happens when you win all the time. Go on,
Yeah,
go
and
on,
do you know what I saw today?
Yeah,
I completely forgot that City lost Sterling and Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like,
Whoa.
Son
and
as well.
Zinchenko.
Because
Before.
you know what I started thinking the other day? These men are not playing ball the same. You've added Ake into the first team, yeah? Cool, like that's your business.
No.
Ake's in the first team. Grealish. Haaland. These men are crap at football.
Who?
Crap at football, they're sick at their jobs, I'm saying. But you see, like if you was to pick a team to play keep ball, I'm not picking that team, innit? Like it's not rocket science. If you had to pick a team, yeah, to play keep ball, yeah, you probably pick Cancelo. You probably pick whoever you want other than Haaland, and you probably pick Sane or Sterling over Jack Grealish. I'm wondering why they don't play in the same. Is Jack Grealish just gonna keep? Is he just gonna keep winning the ball and dribbling forever?
And
He's
getting
dribbling
fouled.
in a rondo.
And
He's
getting kicked.
dribbling in a rondo.
Like,
Probably what he'd do. Yeah, but the City thing
I
is
just
not.
think the styles changed. The styles just changed. That's it.
And that's okay. Because they probably still end up winning the title for me. But yeah, it just might not be as easy, or as it might just not look as good. But Saturday, I think there'll be a response. They haven't been playing well at all. They rarely lose back to back. I'm not sure how many times they've lost back to back under Pep at City, if ever. And it's the Manchester derby where they usually turn up. But they'll be up against a Man United who are in good form and probably more confident than we've been in the last how many years? I'm not sure. SB, how do you think?
Yeah.
How do you think that plays out? Go on, George.
So, just quick question, yeah, random, but I was thinking, was Harry Kane the better fit?
Yep.
I'm not sure.
I'm very sure.
I'm very sure as well.
He's a better footballer than Haaland. Similar hit rate, but then longevity.
Yeah, of course not. He's 30. He's 30.
Kane drops in a lot as well. I don't know. It's a great question. But I'm gonna say I don't want to lean on the side of Kane and say yeah, but it probably is Kane. Yeah.
I'm gonna say
what a sliding doors moment that was. Yeah.
If we look at how Kane plays, Kane, as Scorcher knows, as I'm fully aware, he's not this number 9. There's a reason why he wears number 10 for Tottenham, because that's exactly what he is. City went all last season without a number 9, and they done good. They kept hold of the Premier League. They done okay in the Champions League. They came up against Real Madrid, and that was the end of that. But they don't need a number 9 like what Haaland is. He's going to score the goals, i.e. paper over the cracks. But if we want to play this beautiful football that they want to play, yeah, with their wingers staying wide, Harry Kane dropping in and spraying that pass, that's exactly what they needed. Harry Kane, for me, for City, is a much better fit than Erling Braut Haaland. The problem is, though, you have one player who's going to score you a ton of goals for £53 million. You have another player who will score you a few goals, but for double the money and a third of the longevity, it makes sense to sign Kane or to sign Haaland over Kane. But in terms of
business decision, isn't it?
As a business decision, it made sense to sign Haaland over Kane because he will score the goals and he will be available for a lot longer, and he has got a much higher sell-on fee. However, for the here and now, if we're talking about quick fixes like what Barcelona do, Harry Kane would have been the better fit.
Don't you think it's a similar argument to like Benzema, Lewandowski? Because even if you look back here, when Pep had Lewandowski here, scoring all them mad goals like he's scoring now, and I think that's the problem. Like I don't think Pep. I don't think you're either going to see one thing or the other thing. Either that striker is not going to be that same guy. The football will be played as, more like Pep's ball that we know it, or it's the opposite and Pep's thing changes for the goals, and it come like he might have sacrificed that and thinking to himself, I just need somebody to just be capped in a final for me.
And not only that, sorry to chime in again, guys. Not only that, Scorcher, because I fully agree with you, but then there's also the factor of who City are competing with. They're competing with the big boys at the very top, not just in the Premier League, but in Europe. And you think this man is on the market, Haaland, okay? If we don't get him, someone else will. So it could be a thing like...
And they'll knock us out.
And they will knock us out. So we have to take him off the market by bringing him to us. So there's so many facets to it. We can't just say, oh yeah, they should have signed Kane instead, because it's bigger than that. It's bigger than us. So
they're resource hoarding. They're hoarding resources. Let's move on, man. Scorcher with the curveball. Kane link up will be good. He bag a lot, not more than Haaland though. Do people not remember Lever at Bayern? He started playing with more of a point and reached another level. Kane to United. Once Qatar buys United in the summer. Interesting. What is the strike market? Who is buying and who is selling? City need more ethnics in their team. Let's move on to one of our topics, January transfers. Today it was confirmed that Manchester United agreed a deal to sign Wout Weghorst on loan from Burnley as the striker left Besiktas today. I think he probably paid out his own contract. How strange that a team who are competing to get into Champions League signed a player from the Championship.
Yeah, but he's got Bundesliga pedigree. Can I say something on the Wout Weghorst signing? Somebody, I can't remember who it was, has warned Manchester United about signing too many Dutch players. They said that too many Dutch players are bad for you. Please, guys, in the comments, get in the chat and let me remind you of who it was. This person also said that Wout Weghorst is a poor man's Luke de Jong.
Wout
Weghorst is a poor man's Luke de Jong. So United have done the wrong thing. Now, my thoughts. I like this for United, yeah? I don't know too much about Wout Weghorst, but what I like is that United seem to be looking at what they need and identifying the right kind of player to fill the vacancy that they need filled, as opposed to just going out and spending, thank you, Isaac Levy, rather than just going out there and spending £30 million over the asking price for Anthony, for chasing Sancho for the best part of 2 or 3 years, without knowing if he actually fits in your team or if he's a good player. Without Weghorst, I feel like United said, hey, this is what we need. This is someone that fits the criteria. Wout, yes. This is someone that fits the criteria, so let's go and try. It's pretty affordable transfers. Let's try something that isn't going to cost us over £80 million. So I'm with it for United.
Yeah, 6 months. Yeah, what could go wrong? A lot is probably what I would say. Weghorst isn't a BPI, by the way, and that is a back post isolator, a phrase coined by myself. We'll see how it plays out. I think it'll be good to have a focal point. It seems that Ten Hag has had enough of Anthony Martial and his frailties, and probably wants something a bit more robust for the next 6 months, because the run-in will be interesting and awfully tough. And we've seen Martial has a habit of breaking down. And yeah, Ten Hag's telling it how it is, so it looks as though he's got his man. And I think he'll be available for the Crystal Palace game, is what I have heard. But yeah, not a transfer to get everybody massively excited. Arsenal still chasing Mudryk. Is that the case?
I heard they bid it again today, didn't they? Like an hour or 2 hours ago, they bid it again.
Okay, it's now the 12th of Jan. It's just going to be one of those sagas that just drags and drags and drags.
I think they'll sign him, like, unless Todd thinks to pump up the jet again tonight. after the thing, like, I don't know. I looked at my phone. He might have pumped up the jet.
Some aviation fuel.
Listen, like this. As soon as he saw the result, he just spun the globe. So what?
Pop the jet.
Let's over there. Yeah.
I think he should be going
I
out, so you actually never
said
know.
the engine was running like during the game.
It's always on the runway, on the tarmac.
As long as that window's open, bro.
Yeah, this is where Todd gets busy, man. Yeah, the Mudryk thing goes
Can I just say-
and on and on.
I've seen on the Twitter space that a lot of Arsenal people are sure that Arsenal are going to get Mudryk simply because I think last January they were going on and on and on for Dusan Vlahovic and he ended up not going, and they've learned from that and they wouldn't still be in talks if they weren't very confident that he was on his way. Yeah. I want him at Arsenal, but I'm very concerned, very wary about players that work so hard to play for a team and then come there and then do nothing. Because, first of all, that kind of transfer fee, you're going to be under heavy scrutiny. And then that level of twerking, the way he's arching his back right now, yeah? That arching his back right now from the twerking.
He's the baddest bee this window.
Yo, yeah, like his knees, stallion knees right now, the way he's twerking. Yeah. So I'm just concerned that he will arrive and not live up to the level. Like he's not going to be the dancehall queen that we're expecting.
It was all a facade.
Yeah, so I'm concerned. As a player, I take him all day long. Fight for that.
I'm seeing Leandro Trossard to Spurs heating up. What do we think of that? Is that a good move for Spurs? Who would he replace? I think Lucas Moura, it's been announced that they won't be renewing his contract. What a shame. A Spurs legend, if you will, a modern Spurs legend.
Trossard is a good buy, man.
And Leandro Trossard, in terms of replacing Lucas Moura, what do we think? Good, bad, indifferent. Good, yeah. From experience.
What do you mean? You can start. You can bench. Can come on. You need that type of quality on your bench, or as starting. 100%.
No.
When you got Brian Hill playing right now,
Tottenham can't sign anybody.
What do you mean?
Anyone in attack, they can't sign them. Okay, because Kane has to start. I've said this 1,000,000,000 times, 1,000,000,000 times on this pod. I've said it.
But Trossard's not a striker, bro.
Yeah, Trossard won't impact on that.
Let me finish. Kane has to start. Son has to start. Kulusevski has to start. These three players has to start. Conte's system, 3-4-3. Okay. Outside of these players here, there's no space.
Do they have to end the games though, Just?
Has to start is what I said.
Yes. Yeah, so my question to you is, do they have to end the game? So you could have subs like
some teams use substitutes, yeah. Some teams use substitutes, and some of the people that they bring on are human beings, yeah, who would rather not be subbed, yeah, every single game. Okay, they would like to start games sometimes. Okay, but at Tottenham, this man over here in the bottom corner, yeah, he's a Tottenham fan. Where is he? This man, yeah, and he will tell you at Tottenham they could choose their starting lineup. Yeah, Harry Kane will be there, so Heung-min Son will be there, and Dejan Kulusevski will be there. Anyone else, yeah, is an NPC. Okay? Trossard doesn't want to go from being the main character, Carl Johnson in GTA, yeah, to being Smokey. It's not what he's there for. Please. Tottenham do not sign anybody until they move on from Harry Kane. Scorch is laughing because he agrees with me.
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure myself.
Do you know what? I think?
Richarlison in the summer, which just flies it totally in the face of what you said. They paid good money.
What was that? Sorry, I lost that. Sorry.
They signed Richarlison in the summer, so it kind of flies in the face of what you're saying. Richarlison was Everton's main man, saved them from relegation last year, scored 10 Prem goals every season he's been there. He was the main man. He's gone to Spurs. He's not the main man. So it kind of proves what you're saying to be not true.
False.
Because you're taking
you ain't got the answers.
Richarlison had a good run in the team. When Scorcher? When did Richarlison have his run in the team?
When Dominic Calvert-Lewin was ex.
No, at Spurs.
Oh,
it was when Dejan Kulusevski was unavailable.
Yeah, and that happened during the season, mate.
Yeah, I don't get this. Players don't play 38 games. They don't play all the Champions League games.
Players do.
This is crazy. Like what you're saying, actually.
Do you
I'm
know
saying
what it is? I'm looking at the minute at uh Carvalho, Nino, Diaz,
who?
Nunes, Harvey Elliott, who they're making play in midfield because he plays in the same position as Salah. That's 8 man. I reckon, yeah, man. Like, do you know what it is with Trossard? I think because he's not really been on in the big league, yeah, for so long, man think he's younger than he is. But in reality, he's 28. He's been at Brighton. He ain't got long left, and he's probably thinking, you know what? I would hold bench and some Prem games at Spurs and some CO minutes because in reality, I've been playing here at Brighton and I still can't get into the Belgian team. These
I got
times I
no
used to
news.
watch Nasser Chadli play for Belgium.
Nasa.
Well,
Yeah. I don't think it's a crazy move, man. I think it's a step up for him as well. He'll be playing possibly in the Champions League, European football.
do you know what I think as well? Being dead real, I reckon he looks at the way Heung-min Son's playing football and says, you know what? I can get in that team.
There's scope here. Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah, to think that Son is undroppable after this season is.
Bro, he's seen a lot. He's played
Yeah.
against guys a lot worse than him playing for Tottenham.
100%.
He's played against Carlos Vinicius. He's played against Lucas Moura. Like, you can get minutes, yeah, man.
Yeah. Wolves have had a bid accepted from PSG for Pablo Sarabia. That is
Yeah, nah,
decent.
he needs to bust out from there because he's fucking up the base. Excuse my
Yeah,
language.
Lopetegui's doing a bit too much.
Lopetegi. I love that pronunciation, this be. Lopetegi.
Lopetegui. How do you do it?
No, I love it.
Wait, nah, it's rocking. Run that.
Yeah, I'm
Nah,
with
he's
it.
the SB. Him and I don't know why everyone's moving like it's bare cool. It's not bare cool. Aston Villa have got Unai Emery and
Yeah.
Wolves have got these are Champions League managers.
Scorch.
Like everyone's going on like it's calm. It's not calm. And you know what it is? They can go to bid for players and not get bummed.
They'll get their little guys from the La Liga, their little Betises and the Villarreals
Yes,
for
the
their
good
40
ones.
mils. And then you'll see them come in the team in the Premier and just start moving mad.
You know, like Mikel Marino was just in the Premier, just thieves, like, but man weren't really taking it in. They're gonna do all of that on steroids.
It's going to get weird next season. Next season's going to get weird.
Yeah, for sure. We're going
Like
to next.
they went from getting is it how do you say his name? Sasa Kalak that Wolves got. They went from getting him, the one that done his knee. They went
Done
from
his
getting
knee.
him to Cunha, like brr. This guy all of a sudden. This is long, man.
It's mad. Charleston no goals in the Prem this season. Yes, which is upsetting. Just doesn't want to watch Spurs and has all these opinions on Spurs. Sir Alex Bates.
Dan, you're
Wait,
very
why-
selective on what comments you want to show.
Well, I just selected.
Fair comments there.
I just selected
Why are we
Richarlison.
not talking
no
about
goals.
Orsic?
Oh, is that?
That's a good buy.
You know what
One
you're
of
doing,
the
Dan.
Right, Orsic, no, he's come on, man. He's been fucking guys up for so long that he just had to get to the Prem. Like he
He's
fucked up
finally made
England,
it.
he fucked up Chelsea, he fucked up Tottenham. Like bro.
Could be in with a chance of picking up some silverware as well. If Southampton make it through that Magpie storm.
I'll be honest, Man City are lucky that they didn't back him.
Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Young player of the year contenders so far. I think Saka probably still wins that for me by some stretch. Honourable mention to Garnacho in a Man United guys. But yeah, away from that and on a real level, I feel Saka. I feel like he's pushed ahead of the likes of Foden, who's stagnated a bit. The likes of Trent, who has 2 Prem assists all season, somewhat stagnated as well. I don't think anyone's seeing Saka as it stands for me.
Do you know who I would there, but do you know who? Young player of the year is a bit far, but Rico Lewis.
Stepped in on
Very
absolute volts and
impressive.
smoke.
No.
He looked
Unbelievable player.
No.
Why?
Because
he hasn't seen him play.
any half decent player can run Man City's team and just get by. That's what it is. And Pep knows this.
But he was keeping Cancelo at the team, and they were looking better when he was playing over Cancelo.
He looks okay, but again, who is the player that I don't like that looks okay, but there's no end product? Oh, it will be. No difference.
I was gonna say Felix.
No, I love Felix.
I'm gonna go something different. Joe Willock.
Casemiro.
Joe Willock.
Different.
Feel like he's
Playing
found
like
his
a man
feet
though.
again. Yeah, he's found his
Under
feet
the
again.
radar.
It's not as glamorous as it once was, as the loan deal. I think last year he fell off a bit. I don't think Newcastle were overly happy with his output, but this year, no, he's proven his worth.
Someone like Liverpool would be dying for a Joe Willock right now, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
I think the way he covers ground, the way he covers ground is bonkers, man.
90 minutes, bro. It's up and down.
I'm going to say something which I believe is false, but I'm going to say it anyways. I believe Arsenal have a buyback clause in that contract.
How old is Robinson at Fulham?
No idea.
How old is he? Not sure. I think he is fairly young. US MNT as well. So I'm repping for him. He's impressed as well this year.
They want to have a think about if someone needs to fill in the Boston Marathon.
Robinson.
Yeah, which is around the corner, and I think to qualify for that, you need to do it in like 3 hours something, which is like
He's
elite.
got that. Come on, man.
Yeah. Robertson.
See him. He's gonna go and do he's the kind of man that does a cool down after a marathon.
Yeah, tonight, and I guess he's got his boy Tim Ream next to him to just help.
Oh my God, sorry. Can I just say though, on Chelsea, bro, Tim Ream, he was talking on the TV afterwards, and I don't know, but I feel like he might not have said it, but I felt like he said roster. And I just said, man,
I'm sorry.
and this, the problem is when Todd Bowley's watching this afterwards and he's seen another American, he's not understanding. You know what I'm saying?
His antenna.
When Tottenham lose, I'm not trying to hear Americans about grit and determination and we're just 11 competitors. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear about rosters and
Tim Ream, mustard, what a player.
Yeah.
Not glamorous. And he's making Tosin look great again. Is Podence a Shanta Hazard? Yes, 150%. Podence for me has underwhelmed for so long, but there's little glimpses that the shop might be open again.
No, but it's one of them things where he might move to you though.
No, 100%. He could turn it on. He could.
He's but he might move to you though.
We'll see. Under Lopetegui, he could. It could be a thing. Onana has been underrated because Everton is trash. It was a great signing. Where do we rank Onana?
Are we trying to say that energy is a great because he's increased the energy?
He's big.
He's increased the energy.
Midfield of him, Gay, and Iwobi. Is that not P&P?
I watched them play, and I've seen too many mistakes. I don't watch Everton a lot, and when I watch them play, I see him doing things that I would not accept at my club. So I'm gonna pass on him. But he is PMP, pace and power. He is S&S, size and strength, and he is also P and P, physical presence.
David
Love that.
Ade, yeah.
Yeah.
Funny guy.
Speaking,
P squared.
No, I was going on a different subject than Eddie, but I will run this one, and I got something else. If you check the banners down, there's something at the bottom that I want to talk about as well.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, before we move on, Eddie scored 2 on Monday against Oxford, and slayed the Hawks, and it came to a lot of WhatsApp groups. There's a lot of this going on, and a shout surfaced, and the shout was, "Are Arsenal better with Eddie than Gabriel Jesus?"
No.
I thought you were gonna say the defense is in trouble.
Yeah,
No.
when Eddie's in the room.
So, yeah. In an ideal world, we would have them both fit at the same time, because I feel like this is Arsenal fan talking. I feel like against Newcastle the other day, Jesus would have been more impactful than Eddie because of his physicality, and he's just Energizer Bunny, or is it Duracell Bunny, whichever
Doggedness.
bunny. Yeah. But I feel like in terms of like scoring rate, Eddie will score more goals in the like for like same amount of chances. Eddie will score more goals than Jesus. It's weird, but
Yeah,
who do I
isn't that what strikers are for? That's the question I kept floating to my Arsenal friends. Isn't that what strikers are there
all
to
things
do?
being equal, that's what strikers are there for. But in a team like Arsenal in this current moment, I don't think it's that important, because watching Arsenal, there are times when Eddie makes the wrong decision, and a lot of chances that are only half chances because of a bad decision made further down in the build-up of play. From Eddie Nketiah, he will make the wrong choice further down, and it won't lead to a chance further up. If you understand what I'm saying.
Scorch SB, your thoughts on Eddie Nketiah, the man of the moment?
Jesus, I'm not quite sure why there's a discussion about who's better out of Jesus and Eddie and Nketiah. I think it's all quite clear to see that Jesus is a better player than Eddie Nketiah. But what I will say though is that Eddie Nketiah has changed a lot of people's opinions about him though during this little period of him playing, because there was a lot of he's got the number 14, he's got his new contract,
100K.
all of that. Like, he's definitely showing his worth to the Arsenal squad right now.
Yeah,
So.
and SB, I'd say as well, it's very important to remember that 9 times out of 10, up until recently when Jesus was injured, when Eddie was playing, he was playing in a team, a makeshift team, League Cup, FA Cup, Europa League against Victoria Guimaraes. Yeah. And now it's good to see him actually playing with first teamers that can actually kick ball. So it's good. It's good.
He did his thing last year, I think, when Lacazette was out towards the end of the season. And I think he outscored Lacazette with like 3 games. So yeah, when he gets his chance, he takes his chance.
Outscoring Lacazette is no measure of anything. Okay?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, I'm just saying when he's given the chance, he does score. I'm not sure what more he can do.
Jesus
given
is
the chance
injured.
against the big teams.
Hey, do you know? I feel like everybody's like missing the real take. Like everyone's talking about like, is one better? Is that one better? No, this is the scarier thought, is that Arsenal have got 2 different options to do 2 different things. Like if they want to juke it, if they feel like what they need is that, they can go Jesus. If they feel like what they need is build up play, I mean, they just need someone to poke like we just need someone to stick in the back of the net. They can go thing. Like I think they're in like a sick position when you kind of pre it.
It's options, man. Options. Wouldn't say
options, baby. Options.
Needs games and he's a striker, and it's time to show his worth. I think he is definitely doing this. Nathan says if he scores against Nando's FC, then it might be a conundrum for Mickey A. We can't compare him to Jesus either as well. He's a more traditional 9. I appreciate having both in the squad.
No, wait. Why can't we compare him to Jesus?
Matthew Adesola, let us know.
Hey, Matthew Adesola, first of all, who are you? Because I've not seen this name in any of our streams before. If you're new to Armchair Gaffers, welcome to the brotherhood, brother. And if you're not new, because I made this mistake before, why have you been silent for so long? And everyone else, but before we continue as well, shout out Demo, shout out Nathan, shout out El Sabisi, Alex Bates, Haram Beats, Mr. Camcake's my best friend, Claudius Ignatius Alexander. Yeah, who's this guy?
He's been around for a minute.
Yeah? Okay. Shout out you. Isaac LeVay, one of my favorites as well. And EW99 and the best, the community.
Guys, I've got this next one, man.
Hey, give it a second.
Yeah, let's not make this one too long.
Give me a minute, please. I just got to go on to the kitchen. Sorry. Actually, you know what? You can start. I'll walk.
Is Gareth Bale the best Brit ever?
Gareth Bale, the greatest Brit to ever do it. Do you know what I think everybody misses? He started off at that school in Wales and then through Southampton. Like, he came from the Dunya. Not no wavy Southampton. He was in the mud. That was it. Obviously, you lot can talk about the Champions League, the five Champions Leagues, the 3 La Ligas, the 2 Copa del Reys, like taking Wales to the World Cup. How far did he take them in the Euros? Like, you man chat about that. That cup in America, you man chat about that. I'm chilling.
SB.
Yes, he's the greatest, man. He's the greatest, man. People were saying like Rooney. People were saying like Rooney. Like, I'll give Rooney called the longevity, but bro, the clutch moments, like Gareth Bale, like you think of all the clutch moments he had for Real Madrid in finals. And you think about what he did for Wales, forget like what he done for Real Madrid, like what he done for Wales, was a mazzoline, bro. Like he was single-handedly dragging them through.
It was a drag job, innit? Didier drag
job. SB, you know, every single time, that you do something for Wales, it's clutch.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, and he's doing it every time. It's like, who's gonna score today? All right, like it has to be Bill, and it was.
He would score free kicks.
Yeah, he would score free kick. He would run past 4 or 5. He would do something in it.
Yeah, it was a game where I think he stepped up and he stepped over a free kick. You just knew he would score, and then he stepped up, did it again, scored another free kick, and I was like, no, I ain't seen anything hot like this in a minute. And yeah, that game where he retired Maicon, where Maicon had to release a PR statement after will live long in the memory. There's the cup final goals. I don't rate the running off the pitch goal as much as everyone else does.
No, but that helped to
that's
build.
When he clocked. That's when he really unlocked it. He said, "Raw, I'm faster than everything."
He put it in S. But yeah, it's a silly, disgusting goal to concede. But this is me nitpicking. Yeah, greatest Brit ever. I think there are some other nominees or contenders. But yeah, I think Bale does it. I just think, and this should not be overlooked, the way his career fizzled out is a genuine disgrace.
Sorry, Dan. Who are the other nominees? Because I've got like 2.
Wayne Rooney is another one who I saw mentioned a lot.
Next,
that is who I saw as kind of the closest.
I think if you look at it, we've got Wayne Rooney, who, like, for me is just he's just the guy, just hands down the guy. And then you've got people who's clearly better than Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard in terms of like greatness, but both great players. And the only other one I can think of is maybe Steve McManaman.
Like, you know Steve, but Steve comes to mind, but then there's bare other guys.
Yeah.
Do you know who's got a shout? Do you know who's got a mad shout? You lot are going to think I'm crazy.
John Terry?
Nah, like on a paper thing. Kenny Dalglish.
Kenny Dalglish, yeah.
Yeah. Not mental.
So he kind of was bossing the thing a bit. Like he kind of really bossing the thing.
No, very, very, very serious.
Really bossing the thing, bro.
And yeah, there was the debate about best Welshman, and that one's been settled a little while back. It's crazy, yeah. And the best RC says, hey, you remember when he had that record? Was it whenever he played for Spurs, they lose? He was very close to being loaned out. I can't remember. For some reason, I think it was Birmingham, but it might not be. Don't quote me. But yeah,
bro, just imagine this geezer, Imagine
He's
this guy
horrible.
that was at Real Madrid, whatever, scoring that bicycle kick here. Bro, he was trying to get in the team to play left back at Tottenham. Like, his career where it's gone is.
Yeah, it shouldn't have.
It's crazy, you know. It could have been so different. I
saw
think.
that.
Hmm?
Did you see that thing where he's saying, well, a lot of people, memes were flying around and saying, yeah, if he had stayed with Spurs, he'd be in the same position as Harry Kane.
No.
He was too clutch. He would've won that.
No. Listen,
Spurs would have won
he was actually too clutch.
would have won that Champions League final.
If Prime Gareth Bale was at
Bicycle kick.
Spurs right now, Spurs will not be where they are right now. Spurs
Where
will
would
be
they be?
in that whole. They'll be, I think, call me crazy.
At least you call him.
I think 2015-16 season, where did Spurs finish when Leicester won it?
Third in a 2-horse race.
They win that league with Gareth Bale. League Cup, when Mourinho got sacked, they win that with Gareth Bale.
He was
Champions League final.
I think he was tired them times.
When he there that season?
I think he was.
Prime Gareth Bale, not loan back Gareth Bale. I'm talking about no. Stop laughing. I'm talking about Gareth Bale that stayed with Tottenham and developed. Also, Champions League final.
No, but he'd still be the same age.
No, but it's not the age that I'm talking about.
Are you, man? He tried to clutch it for us, man, but he's auto now, man.
Bigger than just his age. It's his mindset. By the time he got loaned back from Madrid, his mind was elsewhere. So I'm talking about Gareth Bale who stayed at Spurs. Yeah.
He had a new swing.
Yeah, he would have never played golf. Champions League final against Liverpool, the worst final of all time. You guys win that with Gareth Bale.
Lastly on Gareth Bale also, yeah. Do you know why he's a legend? Like, he's easily greatest Brit. Because he went to Real Madrid, won bare things, and he's their forced legend. Like, they don't want him to be there. He's a legend. Also, he didn't bread them. He went there and said, "Wow, like, you man are not really. You know what? Fuck this, man. You run my peas, and I'm here, and you're stuck with me, and I've done all of this anyway." Like, he's actually a bit of a bad boy. He said, Wales, golf, Madrid. Rich badness.
Different. That's a different kind of badness. That's the one you don't want to mess with.
They tried to rub him out, yeah, because he couldn't play. He's injured all the time, yeah. But guess what? Man want to get injured in the final. Okay, dickhead, hold this, because that guy in the goal ain't 30. I know that.
Guys, there's a question on the screen from Matthew. I don't know if I missed this already. If Bale was English, do you reckon the English press would have treated him any better or any different to other English starlets, such that it could have been on the same trajectory? I don't know about that, yeah. But if Bale was from England, worse, yeah.
I think they would have chewed him up, man, by now. I think they would have eaten him up.
Yeah.
Struggled though, because he's a good youth. Like, what are you gonna do? Bag him at the golf course when he's supposed to be at yard?
You're mad.
These
guys are mad.
These lizards, they find a way, man.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, this English press have got nothing on the Madrid press. Okay, not the Spanish press. The Madrid press alone.
Yo, marker.
It's a whole nother kettle of fish. And Gareth Bale survived that. Listen, yeah, they've got papers dedicated to Real Madrid alone. A daily paper for Real Madrid.
I hear that. I've seen Raheem Sterling being dragged through the mud for buying his mum a sink. Like, I ain't seen it like that.
That's his fault. He should have never been black. That was his own fault. He should have thought about that.
I've seen the Daily Mail, the Sun. I've seen them do it all, man. Comparing Lukaku with Stormzy. I've seen a lot, man. I think they'll give them a good run, man. I think, Bale probably would have been eaten up, chewed up, spat out. But yeah, he was fortunate enough to be from Cardiff, man.
No, I don't think so, man. He would have been all right. He is the greatest.
There was the Ronaldo rule, which SB didn't want to speak about, which is pure speculation, rumor, titillation. But Scorch thought that we needed to talk through this because it is SB.
It's me.
Now he's on strike. Like, the rail workers, which is good to see. The Ronaldo rule, Scott, your thoughts?
No, I was just thinking,
Wage
it's just
caps.
mad. Like, it's so mad. Like, when you live long enough to just see yourself become the villain. Like, this guy was like the basis of so much good. Like, raw man, man kind of forget, like, Champions League was a long time ago.
Yes, what, 7 or 8?
Like, no, but I'm saying this is what he was bringing to the table. In reality, that's the last time that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but yeah, like when you like take that into now, like man are gonna name potentially, if it's true, I don't know if it's true, but like naming a rule after you, whilst they're gonna give Messi the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Moments,
Yeah.
man. Because if he retires, if he goes to Sporting or something, anything other than doing lap pull downs and not doing pre-season and landing, not hitting the ground running this season. If he goes Sporting and scores a goal against Tottenham in the Champions League and they don't make it through and he drops into Europa, man are gonna say he's the GOAT. The GOAT. But they're not. They're watching Piers Morgan and they're finding out he's gonna get mad money, that doesn't really make footballing sense to us. And we're gonna watch Messi lift the Ballon d'Or. It's rough, man. It's rough.
Can we take anything Ronaldo says seriously now? Because he said many things on the Piers Morgan interview. I haven't seen it, by the way. I've only seen sound bites. But he said many things which turned out to not be true. He said that he didn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. If it was about money, he'd be in Saudi Arabia. He said that he wanted to finish his career in dignity. And then he goes to Saudi Arabia and says, I'm happy to be in South Africa.
And he also said the problem. He also said the problem was the attitude of the young players, but they're having a Ronaldo rule.
Yeah, I think the Ronaldo rule is a lot of based about the wage parity or like disparity, and how it causes like disharmony in the camp. He should have never been on that money based on performance. I think wage caps can serve a purpose. They did well at Arsenal. They did well at Spurs for a while, but then I think there comes a time where if you need to push on or go get that marquee player, you can't be in this climate saying we're going to give you 200K.
But he scored 18 goals last season.
So that what does that mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, in the preloaded responses.
Yes.
Like when you get a phone call. It's one of the
automated line.
I'm at work. But he scored 8 goals last season.
Dan, that wasn't an attack on you. That was an attack on the bandits. Because that's what they kept on saying. Remember, like towards the end of the season,
it's 18 goals, and
he's got the Ballon d'Or. He's got 18.
We have nothing to show for it at all.
This is harsh, This is the GOAT.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
SB, but he decided, SB, what do you want me to do? He decided that he was gonna go do an interview like Lukaku did, but worse. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Then he decided he's gonna go and try and steal a goal at the World Cup, and then he decided he's gonna change his mind and go and get 170 million to play in South Africa, but find out it's really not South Africa.
My chest.
Like, what do you want, SB? What did that?
He's got that bad, man.
But Scotcher, he's got bad. Scotcher, he's got the Ballon d'Or.
He's done horrendous.
The poor goat, man.
I swear to God, there was nothing sweeter for me, than seeing man doing lap pull downs whilst the man them were in pre-season. And the man them were on the big like ESPN saying, but it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Exceptionalism, man. It's not good, man. It's not good. I'm glad that saga is over, man. We don't seem to be suffering
I'm not finished, by the way, guys. Quickly, I genuinely believe the worst thing to happen to football in recent times was Messi winning the World Cup. And the reason why I'm saying this is because now Messi's won the World Cup. There's no way in hell that Ronaldo is going to quit. Okay, guys, unless he's physically unable, he will be available for Portugal on the 20. What year are we in? 2026 World Cup. He will be available.
At what age? 40, at the tender age of what, 41, isn't it?
Right now, he's right as we're doing this stream. Ronaldo has horse placenta plastered all over his body in a cryo chamber. Okay, he's in a cryo chamber with horse placenta plastered all over his body to maintain his youth. I promise you this.
Do you think he plays Roberto Martinez?
Yeah, Martinez is easy to get finesse. Look, he gave Hazard the bloody captaincy armband, and Hazard ain't played football since before COVID.
What?
Yeah.
Martinez?
Yeah, Roberto.
Oh, he's in charge now.
Shit. Yeah. You know, it's funny as well. He said like, "Oh yeah, we need to. I'm gonna speak to Ronaldo because you know he's a legend. He's a legend of Portugal and everything."
Don't go.
What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say, bro? Because bro, you got no clout, bro. You couldn't handle Hazard and them man there, bro. How are you gonna handle Cristiano, Roberto?
Yeah, no.
Don't be a fan, man. Come on.
No, it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's won the Ballon d'Or. Guys, we've got to show a bit of respect. He's won the Ballon d'Or. And he comes to a club like Manchester United. Now, they're not the club that was 10 years ago. Fergie's gone.
Shout out my guy, Charlie Nickel, man.
But he's won the Ballon d'Or. Now, he comes to that change room. He sees the youngsters. And he comes there and says, guys, I've got a Ballon d'Or. I'm Cristiano Ronaldo. You know what I mean? Sorry, guys.
Enough.
I've got the Ballon d'Or, and not only that, I've got the Ballon d'Or. I scored 18 goals last season. I got a Ballon d'Or, and I scored 18 goals last season.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. We're back. Sorry, we're being
back.
Again.
The stream has descended. The stream is because we're wrapping up. We're wrapping up soon, guys. Dan, we're back. I'm putting down the Ballon d'Or.
I just passed out. Sorry. Yeah, that is where we are. I think that is a great place to end. With I guess the end of a career by moving to Al Nassr. And yeah, any more gaffers? Anything from the football world that's tickled your fancy? If you're into that. If not, we will bid everyone adieu. Bonsoir, Arrivederci, etc. We'll be recording again Sunday. Post 2 massive Derby Destruction Day. And yeah, we'll catch you all on Monday. If not, Gaffers, thanks for watching, streaming, supporting, reposting, retweeting, everything. Surviving importantly. Yeah, that's
some of them say so. Some of them say so.
Stick with us 2023. You're gonna get more Gaffers. So yeah, we do it for you. So yeah, make sure you are subscribed, like, share, comment, and make sure you're watching on Monday. Jess, do you want to sign us out? Do you want to sing a song, an interpretive dance or something?
Guys,
sorry, just one sec.
Fling your shoulder, man.
Oh, Scorch is gone.
Fling your shoulder, man.
I was going to say something really positive, but what I was going to say is kind of irrelevant now because Scorch is gone. It was about teamwork, but he left. Yeah, but listen, guys, thanks you for joining in. We will be back next time Chelsea. We're only streaming now when Chelsea play.
Yeah, they got midweek. They got midweek game, haven't they?
Lovely, perfect.
We pray
for midweek Chelsea game.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Gaffers, peace, man. Stay safe, and we'll see you all very, very soon. Bless.
Yeah.